Hey, I'm Chris Trott. We are here at TaylorMade Golf. I'm joined by Matt Bovee, Director of Product Creation in the irons category.
Thanks, Trotty. Yep, today we're going to take a look at the top end of your set, an area that commonly gets overlooked for all golfers. I'm talking about the longest iron you're comfortable hitting into your shortest fairway wood. Let's get into it.
Okay, Bove, let's lay down a marker. 773 iron, it's actually my gamer. I do like this end of the set, I've got to be honest with you. It can give you a lot of options, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the set iron is your go-to option as a golfer. You know, whether you're playing 790, 770, you got a 3 iron there, and the Stealth side, you have up to a 4 iron. So that should be your first consideration as a golfer. But when you think about your bag, how you hit those products and the numbers that you need to hit, I'm talking about the gapping, right, between your longest iron that you're comfortable with into your fairway woods. You had to take that in consideration here with your 3 iron. Let's talk a little bit how you landed with your set makeup.
100%, I put a good marker down there. That one went normalized because we're into the breeze, 240 yards, carried 225. Very happy with that. The whole reason I'm gone 770 versus my MC4 iron, as you say, my Stealth fairway wood goes a long way, and I love that, especially on a tight par 4 when I want to hit 3 wood. So I wanted a 3 iron that I could do that with. I don't need to hit that again. That's a great marker. It's given us a good peak height, it's given us a good total, and it's given me some good numbers to look at. Talk to me about where I'd go after I've laid that down.
Sure. So you got the 773 iron. Let's say you want something with a little bit, maybe more forgiveness, a little bit, it's easier to play, something maybe that's a touch more consistent. You're going to get into the Stealth UDI. Now this is designed to be more traditional looking at the address position. You're going to notice it's the most iron looking over what we're going through today. And it's going to give you a trajectory that's going to stay a bit low. So you're going to have that lower shot window. It's great if you play on windy conditions, maybe you got links course, maybe you're someone who hits the ball really, really high and you want to get it down. This is a good option for you as a player.
Just a bit more user-friendly than my 3 iron, right?
Exactly.
Look.
A little bit longer blade length, a little bit taller face height. It still has that speed pocket, which builds in all the flexibility low on the face. That's what delivers ball speed and forgiveness, and really helps protect the ball speed on those mishits.
Bovee, I'm 2 for 2, mate. These people might think I can half play this game. Now that did come out a little bit low in the blade. Talk to me about the speed pocket, what that gives me, because it's still given me some fantastic numbers just looking down at our launch monitor. 232, 4,100 spin. Explain a little bit about what we're looking for with spin and then the speed pocket.
So from a spin perspective, it's going to depend a little bit on the launch that you're looking for and the course conditions that you like to play. The speed pocket, however, is TaylorMade's patented technology that really protects the ball speed on those mishits that happen low on the face. You just mentioned catching it about a groove low or so there, but again, you're seeing your same sort of carry numbers. That's the speed pocket working for you, and it's a huge advantage, especially in the long irons. Okay, so you've hit the UDI, you saw that little bit lower shot window, right? A little bit trajectory. Also great off a tee because it's a little bit lower there.
Let's get into it, let's see it.
All right, let's hit one off the peg.
So it's good off a tee because I'm going to get it slightly lower in the blade, right? Which means the center of gravity of this is going to be lower than the golf ball, which is going to hopefully give me a bit more launch, correct?
That's exactly right.
It's almost as if you train me on this, Bove.
Perfect. Yeah, so a little bit lower trajectory window there than say like a rescue or a DHY, which we're going to get into. Let's take you into the DHY, hit a couple shots with this. Now the DHY uses the same forged hollow body construction as the UDI. That means that it's got SpeedFoam Air inside. Again, that gives you that really solid forged iron feel while we're able to make that face incredibly fast and flexible. Still has the speed pocket, but you'll notice on this one, Trotty, a little bit shallower face profile here. This is the shaping is good driving the performance. It keeps that center of gravity lower in the club head, lower than the UDI. It's going to make this a little bit higher launching and a little bit easier to play. Also notice the wider sole width on this. Again, it's all about getting that CG low in the club head, making this a great option for anyone who's looking for versatility and a little bit more playability without the shot trajectory going really high.
Couple of things here. Previous shot launched 2 degrees higher than off the floor, so that was interesting to see that. Always looking at the ball flight whenever you have your fitting. Obviously, remember at TaylorMade Golf, you can go through this exact experience. Maybe not with Matt Bovee, but you can also go through it. It's interesting to see there. Just look at your own numbers as you do that. So let's go off the tee peg. Should see a slightly higher launch. I mean, that come out like a bullet. Obviously, Little discrepancy with me because I'm not a tour player, but I'm very happy with all of these golf shots. The other way to look at this, and the other place I would want to test this one out, 11.3 launch, so again, a fraction higher. But another place I'd want to look at this, Bove, and I'd push a good player if they were in front of me to look at it, is just out of a divot lie, just because the sole is going to give me some ease here, right? I noticed how you didn't answer. You didn't quite have confidence in me.
Well,
that
I didn't want to talk in your backswing. Yes, exactly. That's the point of the DHY. It's got a little bit more curvature heel to toe. It's going to give you more versatility. It's great off of tight lies. It's great out of the rough. In my opinion, it really gives you the extra edge over, say, a UDI. If you're looking for something just a little bit more playable, I find it's just easier to get up in the air. And then
it's almost a halfway point between what you're going to give me next.
That's exactly right.
Why is the shaft a little longer in that one versus the UDI?
Great question. So the reason for that is this shaft length and overall build length here is designed to flow a little bit better with our core irons, our Stealth irons. Those use the progressive length, so they're going to play a little bit longer. The UDIs are more commonly chosen by, say, a 790, 770 player, so this is built off of a progression from that club length, which is more traditional and slightly shorter.
Now, I know where you're going to go with these rescues. I think they both look great. I've tested both of them out in detail. First off the bat though, I would come into this where it's in the rough. Yeah, this is actually not a bad lie, so let's put it down a little bit so you don't give me any stick for teeing it up. So Bovee, I mean,
beautiful.
That was sat down a little bit. You can see I've actually had to take some turf out. You can see it's come a little bit higher out the blade. Talk to me about the CG location of this, which is important to you if you want to try it, and how it creates that shot.
CG location is exactly what's giving you that. And in a rescue, it's lower than any of the other options we're talking about here today. That's why the rescue has a really shallow face. Drives the center of gravity low in the club head, which makes it easy to get up in the air. It's going to give you launch. It's going to give you less spin. It's going to allow you to hit it a bit further as well. So if we hit these just off the turf and we compare it to the distance of a UDI or DHY, you should see a little more carry distance out of a rescue, which is important for you as a golfer when you think about the number you're looking for.
Now, I don't like to do too many tricks twice, so I'm not hitting too many balls out the divot, but you would see the same fly out of a divot, right? It would scream and get up. That's gone a long way with a good descent angle, so this will land softly into my greens, right?
And you notice that trajectory was a bit higher, which is exactly what we would expect from that center of gravity in this type of club head. So again, your carry distance there a little bit longer, just over 230 compared to the other ones at 220, then to 225, give or take. That's exactly what we would expect to see. And again, what you should be looking for when you go into a fitting.
Now, I like to hit my long irons quite low if I want to. Let's see with this one. I know that I can, but let's see if I can get it and just keep the ball flight down. Not bad, little turnover, but not bad. But again, it's easy to keep these clubs down, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the ability to kind of hold that club and drive down low through the ball at impact, you can flight any of them. It's going to be more difficult, say, for your weekend warrior. And I think that you've really got to get into the element of success. What's going to provide you the most forgiveness around the course and allow you to hit your number, hit the shots you need to where you play golf, and really check your ego at the door, and let's just go with what works best in the bag.
I think for me, it's a tough one because you have so many good options. We've hit so many different windows there. I might end up carrying, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong in this, but I would perhaps have a rescue and then carry one of the other options and then pick it from what I'm hearing based on golf course I'm playing, location I'm playing, way I'm maybe feeling, way I'm swinging it, where my miss is, where my good shots are, and go from there.
That's exactly right. I mean, there's a lot of great options here. You need to ask yourself those key questions. Go get fit, and maybe you end up with one or two. Mix up your bag based on the course you're going to play.